What's up, Juventini? Is Big Mac Weston McKennie climbing the ranks at Juve in a serious way and starting to solidify himself as a lock for Thiago Motta? We've got the early projected lineup for our match against RB Leipzig in Champions League this week, and McKennie's on it. We're going to take a look at that because there are three wild cards. One of those wild cards is Chico Conceição, and we've got news about his future with Juventus we'll look at together. Vlahovic, his contract renewal, Juninho set to strike in January. News heating up around one of our targets, and the forgotten man, Juan Cabal. What is going on there? We're going to look at it all together right now. I'm Berto. This is the AJCR channel dedicated to Juventus. It's September 30th. Let's rock with the news. And we are going to kick things off with Big Mac Weston McKennie. He is on the back end of 3 straight consecutive starts for Thiago Motta and Juventus, okay? And we all thought, from going out of the project to playing this big a part, getting key starts this early on in the season is a bit of a surprise, all right? But one way or another, McKennie doing what he's done consistently for Juve, and that's proving a lot of people wrong, and that coaches find this trust and faith in him, all right? So far, that's been happening. Will Motta go to it again? The projected lineup for RB Leipzig is this: Di Gregorio, Kalulu at right back, Gatti, Bremer as your center backs, Cambiaso as your left back. This is 100% what I expect to see with no deviation come match day. In the middle of the park, yes, Weston McKennie is on the early projected lineup next to Locatelli, and leading the charge, Gonzalez, Co-Miners, Yildiz, and Vlahovic. So will Weston McKennie get a 4th consecutive start in a stacked midfield? Is he climbing the ranks in this loaded midfield for Juventus? Is it just a product of the circumstances and maybe other guys aren't further along in terms of fitness, in terms of conditioning? We wait and see. But right now, he's on that projected lineup. But there are wild cards there, and one of them is Khéphren Thuram. The other is Douglas Luiz. My gut tells me we will see Khéphren Thuram. But who would you start in the middle of the pitch for Juventus in this game? One way or another, whether McKennie doesn't start or starts, he's still playing a much bigger part than I think any of us anticipated the way the summer mercado goes. So we wait and see there. The other wild card, Chico Conceição. He is being rumored to potentially replace Gonzalez and get the start in this matchup. Would you start him? Would you use him as a substitute coming off the bench against tired legs, as many think he'll be even more lethal doing that? But when it comes to Conceição, we have a storyline around RB Leipzig, and that is that Leipzig was doing everything in their power to get the player's signature this past summer. Now, when Juve entered the mix and threw their name in the hat and showed interest, that's when it all came to a crashing halt, as Chico only wanted Juventus. And there is rumors today surfacing that his agent, Jorge Mendes, has a gentleman's agreement with Juninho and Juventus that we will get first crack at that release clause come season end at 30 million euros for Chico Conceição. Now, we wait and see. We heard about all the rumors around Juve trying to get it at a 15 to 20 million euro price tag, but I can't see Porto doing that, especially if he's going to put in showings like he did against Genoa. But the one consistent across all the news, Juve wants Conceição long term, and I'm all for it. Giddy up. Now we get to another player, his potential future with Juventus, Dusan Vlahovic, the contract renewal, all the scrutiny he's been facing and everything. Juninho came out and said that the renewal is a goal and we will get it done. The talks are set to start in a couple of weeks, but they're only going to be preliminary talks, mostly just to test the waters to see where both parties want to be. Obviously, Vlahovic with his extension term and spreading out that salary, and if they can make it work for both parties. Let's wait and see. As far as the forgotten man, Juan Cabal, what is it going to be like for him this season at Juventus? Why haven't we seen him? We got a start from Rui against Genoa, and Motta was asked about it, and reporters today suggesting he's already told us why we haven't seen Cabal. And when asked about Rui in that start, Motta's presser, he actually spoke on Cabal and said Cabal is fine. He is well. He's working very, very hard, but he is more of a center half than a fullback. So there you have it. Is he thinking about Cabal only in rotation of who? Kalulu, Gatti, Bremer, potentially even Danilo at center back, and not looking at him as a fullback? Potentially. For me, especially after Ruiz showing, no disrespect to him, a young player, still has a lot of work to do. I would have no fear in deploying Cabal as a left back in rotation for Cambiaso. However, Motta maybe sees him as a center half. Let's see. What do you think about that one, everybody? And now we get to Giuntoli set to strike in January. More and more rumors and reports surfacing around Juve striking for David in January. Yes, we need to free up a non-European spot, but that is exactly what the plan is. Juve will open up a position and look to strike at 10 to 15 million euros for Jonathan David. Now, the outlier in all this, he is doing fantastic for Lille this season. He is a key cog for them. Will Lille sacrifice a key contributor at halfway mark of this season in order to just get 10 to 15 million euros, or will they keep that key contributor around for the full season and they say goodbye on a free? It's going to be a tough spot for Lille. Let's see what they do. I don't know. I can't see them getting rid of him, even if they're set to make something rather than nothing. He's just contributing too much for that squad. But let's see if Giuntoli can get this one over the line in January. I don't actually expect to see it, but the news all persisting that Giuntoli will make the approach. As far as Weah goes, he is set to be ineligible according to the latest reports for this match against RB Leipzig, still working separately and doing individual training in the training sessions. But that is your news break. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC army, but let me know, who do you start in this match against RB Leipzig? And I'll be back tomorrow as always with another edition. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao a tutti.